growing up as a kid, yeah. All a nigga wanna have was a Burberry scarf and $3 in my pocket. Instead I got beat with a switch, but I don't give a fuck, but it's on my body. Scars all up on me, but I run around from.
What is up, everybody? It's JT Sports Match, you guys, with another video. This video, I am here with my Tampa Bay Buccaneers 2020 NFL record prediction. Going to be giving my game-by-game prediction on how I feel the Tampa Bay Buccaneers upcoming season will go. And before I get into it, make sure that you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel because I upload NFL videos and college football videos daily. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have had an exciting offseason. They brought in Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time. You get Gronkowski out of retirement. This is going to be a really exciting year for Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans, man. And I think that Tampa Bay, when you look at Tom Brady, not only is Tom Brady going to improve the offense, but he's also going to improve the defense. Now, for a lot of you guys, you're going to be like, how the hell, JT, is Tom Brady going to improve the defense when he plays quarterback? Does he play a certain position on defense that we don't know about? No. The reason why I say that Tom Brady will improve the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, in my opinion, was really subtle last year. But we didn't really get an opportunity to see that because their defense was always on the field and getting put in bad situations because of Jameis Winston turning the ball over at the rate that he did. So it's like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, for example, they could get a 3-and-out, right? They can get a stop. The next thing you know, 20 seconds, 30 seconds later, they're back on the field because Jameis Winston turns the football over. So with Tom Brady being at the helm at the quarterback position, with him being a more efficient, less turnover-prone quarterback than Jameis Winston, that means the defense is going to have to be on the field immediately and things like that. They can get a little bit longer rest time because they won't have to worry about having to instantly come back on the field after getting a stop due to a turnover. So I think that Tom Brady is going to help the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense and their defense in some capacity because he's not going to be turning the football over at an alarming rate and putting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense in a bad position. I also like the coaching staff. I like Byron Leftwich as offensive coordinator. I'm really interested to see what him and Tom Brady are going to cook up this season. And then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers also have a very good secondary. Like, a lot of people talk about how good the Tampa Bay Buccaneers front seven is, how good the defensive line is. But with Jamal Dean, Carlton Davis, and Antoine Winfield back in the secondary, I think they can end up having one of the best secondaries in the NFL by the end of the 2020 NFL season. So I'm really high on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers team. So Week 1, they're going to be facing the New Orleans Saints on the road in New Orleans. I'm taking New Orleans to win that game. I think the New Orleans Saints are going to be able to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Week 1. It is really tough to go on the road and face the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans, and it's really tough to walk out of there with a win. So I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints to get that win there Week 1. Week 2, they have to face the Carolina Panthers at home. I'm taking the Bucs to win that game. I don't really know how I feel about the Carolina Panthers this season when it comes to their defense. Like, their defense isn't going to be all that great. You lost James Bradbury. You're one of your best cornerbacks on the roster. You get rid of Eric Reed. You get rid of Luke Kuechly, who retired. One of the best middle linebackers, not only in the NFL, but to ever play the game. You lose Mario Addison, who had 9 sacks last season. So the Carolina Panthers defense is going to look really different. I don't think they're going to be all that great. So I have Tampa Bay winning that game there. Week 3, they have to face the Denver Broncos on the road in Denver. Now, Denver Broncos fans will quick to point out that Tom Brady has a losing record versus the Denver Broncos, or struggles versus the Broncos, but I think that all changes. I think that the Bucs get the win on the road in Denver. A lot of Denver fans really feel they can win that game, and I think that they can. I think it's a really good possibility that Denver could pull off that win there, but ultimately, I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win that game there. Week 4, they have to face the Los Angeles Chargers. This is going to be a home game. I'm really high on the LA Chargers this season. I think the LA Chargers are going to be able to win that game. The LA Chargers are a team that, if there's any team in the NFL that Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense is a perfect fit against, it probably would be that LA Chargers defense. I mean, they got cornerbacks, they got a really good secondary. They probably got the best secondary in the NFL. You got Chris Harris Jr., who you picked up in free agency, one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. You got Derwin James in the backfield. You got Bosa, Ingram coming off the edge. You got Linval Joseph up front. So I think that's the LA Chargers team that could end up pulling off the upset there, as long as they're able to make something shake on the offense. So Week 5 they have to go on the road and face the Chicago Bears in Chicago. Thursday night game. I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win that one. I think the Chicago Bears are going to be a little bit improved, but not overly improved. I still have questions about their offensive line. We know their defense is going to be really good, but their offensive line and how big of an upgrade is Nick Foles from Mitch Trubisky? Like, a lot of Bears fans are quick to throw that out there, but how big of an upgrade is he? So Week 6, they're going to have to face the Green Bay Packers at home. I'm taking the Bucs to win that one. I like Green Bay a lot. I know this game could probably go either way, but I'm going to take Tampa Bay just because I think they are the better team overall. I think they're better offensively. They got a little bit more to work with, and I think their defense is slightly better than Green Bay. So Week 7, they have to face the Las Vegas Raiders. This is going to be a game that they have to travel to on the road in Vegas. The Vegas Raiders are coming off a bye week. This is probably going to be a high-scoring affair. I'm going to take the Raiders to win that one. I think the Raiders are going to be able to pull off the upset there. I know a lot of Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans are probably going to be upset with that one, but I think the Las Vegas Raiders could pull off the upset there. I know a lot of Bucs fans are going to be like, oh, we're going to beat the Raiders and things like that, but I think that's a game that can end up being a shootout, and I think that's a game that can go either way. I think the Las Vegas Raiders pull off the upset there. Week 8, they have to go on the road Monday night and face the New York Giants in New York. I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to $5 to win that one. They should blow out New York. I don't think that game is really going to be all that close. New York's defense isn't all that great. They don't really have a lot of dominant pass rushers. They don't even have a pass rusher who can consistently dominate one-on-one matchups other than O'Shea Zimes, who is going into his second season. I'm really high on O'Shea Zimes. I think he could have a breakout season, but ultimately, I'm not really expecting the New York Giants to really give the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all that big of a fight. Week 9, they're facing the New Orleans Saints for the second time. I'm taking them to win that one. I don't think the Saints are going to end up sweeping the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this season. I'll be really shocked if that happens. I think Tampa Bay goes ahead and they win that matchup there. Week 10, they have to face the Carolina Panthers on the road in Carolina. I'm taking Tampa Bay to win that one as well. The Panthers defense, like I said, they're not going to be that good. I think the Carolina Panthers are going to be able to put up some points on the Bucs, because I think the Carolina Panthers are going to have a really solid offense. But offensively, I'm not really expecting them to get a lot of key stops. And if you want to beat Tampa Bay and you want to beat Tom Brady, you got to be able to do that. And I don't think Carolina's going to be able to do that. So, Week 11, they face the LA Rams. I'm taking Tampa Bay to win that one. I think the Rams are going to be an 8-8 team. They could either make it to the playoffs, they could miss the playoffs. You don't really know what's going to happen with the Los Angeles Rams this season. I'm taking Tampa Bay to win that one. Week 12, they're going to be facing the Kansas City Chiefs at home. This is a game that could probably go either way. A lot of people are really interested to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense led by Tom Brady going against this Kansas City Chiefs offense led by Patrick Mahomes. So this is a game that really you can flip a coin and choose who wins. I'm going to take Kansas City. I think Kansas City should be able to pull off the victory versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Week 13, they have a bye week, which I think is the best time of the year to have a bye week, man. Like, why wouldn't you want to have a bye week? Like Week 13, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that's going to be a really good bye week, because by that point, you come back Week 14, you're going to be pushing for a playoff push. And I think that's a really good time of the year to have a bye week. So you got that Week 13 bye week. You come off that really well rested. You're going to be facing the Minnesota Vikings, who lost a lot this season. I'm taking Tampa Bay to win that one. Coming off the bye week, they should be able to get that win there. Week 15, they have to face the Atlanta Falcons on the road in Atlanta. I'm taking That's a really tough game. I'm taking the Atlanta Falcons to win that first matchup. I think the Atlanta Falcons could surprise a lot of people and beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I just think that Atlanta is a team that you really can't sleep on. I think a lot of people are really sleeping on Atlanta. They could be a 7-9, 10-win team. I think Atlanta steals a game there at home as well. Week 16, they're going to be facing the Detroit Lions on the road in Detroit. Detroit has a really solid roster, but I just don't trust the coaching staff in that game. So I think Tampa Bay goes ahead and they get the win there. And Week 17, they're going to be facing the Atlanta Falcons once again. I had them taking that one. And I'm going to make a change. I'm going to change my mind. I think they go ahead and beat the Los Angeles Chargers. Not now that I think about it, like, I really think that Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, like, although the Chargers are going to be able to hold their own against their the Buccaneers offense defensively, I don't really think the Chargers are really going to be able to keep up with that Buccaneers offense, and I'm not really expecting a lot of scoring in that one. So overall, I think they ended up going 12-4, made like a late correction. I had the Chargers winning that one, but now I changed my mind. I'm going to take Tampa Bay to win that one. So overall, I had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers finishing the season with a 12-4 record. So they probably could go better. They probably could win a little bit more games. They probably could win versus the Raiders there. Where else? I don't think they sweep the Saints. So overall, I think they end up having a 12-4 record. I think that overall, the Buccaneers are going to be one of the best teams in the NFC. They should be a Super Bowl contender with Tom Brady on the roster and bringing in Rock and Tosca as well as proving the offensive line. So let me know how you guys feel about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers down in the comment section down below. Make sure that you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel for more NFL videos and content. And thanks for watching.